Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's the first League battle here for Season 8 for the Eldar. It's a brand new list, revamped and ready for war, and their first encounter will be to take on the Imperial Knights. Alright, so welcome to this 2000 points game for our Season 8 battle reports. The Eldar have made their return. The list has been revamped. Been working on one new model for the list. That's changed the other new plastic model just there, and also bringing back some units that haven't been used for a long time. So it's a revamped list for what we saw in Season 7, which did do quite well. But hopefully this list here, I'm hoping it will be an improvement here, but a very tough match up here. The Imperial Knights, perhaps one of the more difficult armies for this Eldar list to take on, but we'll see how well they perform. So some controversial choices here, but I'm trying to build an Eldar army sort of I like the different units that I've got here, and then trying to make it work in our games of 40k. Just before I go through the list, I mentioned the patrons at gold level: Marcus Anthony, Paul Cook, Nicholas Lucas, Alex Stillwell, Andrew Swan, and Luke Drengel as well. Thanks to them for their support at gold level. You can check out the end credits for the names of those supporting at silver level as well. Big thank you to all those supporting the Patreon page. All the proceeds on the Striker Scorpion 82 Patreon page go straight to our War Games Club SSWG. Big thank you for your support, and they use the funds to create new and exciting terrain projects that we can then use in our games of 40k. So the Eldar list then, the structure's changed. It's battle forged and then double battalion, no extra points being used on extra relics, just taking one relic here for this list. So 13 command points in total. We'll cover psychic powers as well for these units. So 2 battalions and then also a super heavy auxiliary detachment as well, featuring the Wraith Knight. So the Wraith Knight, first of all, we'll see how long it lasts in this list. It is a controversial choice. No doubt will be a bullet magnet here in this game, and no doubt the Imperial Knights will not tolerate another Titanic unit on the board, but we'll see how well it does. It's Alatok is the craft world, so it will be -1 to hit it at over 12 inches away. I've given it the 2 heavy Wraith cannons for firepower, and I've also paid the extra 26 points for 2 star cannons on top there as well, just to beef up the firepower that it has. So the first battalion, it's an Ulfway battalion here. HQ choices: 1 Warlock, Powers is Protect and Jinx, and then I've swapped out the low-grade Smite and given him Fateful Divergence, which grants a reroll to a unit within 6 inches, a hit roll, a wound roll, or a save for that unit. May well come in useful. It saves me using a command point. Then the master himself, it's Eldrad. Psychic powers for him, Fortune, Guide, and Doom. Keep an eye on that unit, very, very useful. Hopefully be able to aid and assist these other Eldar units just to help them out and to enhance them as much as possible. So very important psyker in the list. And then the third HQ for this battalion is Jane Czar, the brand new model and the new rules for her. And then for troops, this all-the-way detachment, 2 units of Dire Avengers. Great to see them back. I haven't used them in league games for a long, long time. So 2 units of 10. It's all-the-way, so it's going to be 6+. Feel no pain for these units here, just to try and make them a little bit more durable. So first unit of 10, the Exarch has double Avenger Shuriken Catapults, and this one here has the Power Glaive and the Shimmer Shield to grant the 5+ invuln save. Blade Storm is the Exarch power that's being used, so 6 is to hit, pop extra hits coming through, 1 extra hit for each 6 that's rolled. And then the third troop's choice is a unit of 20 Guardians with 1 weapons platform with a Shuriken Cannon. So that's the troops for that battalion. And then the second battalion, which is featuring some of the aspect units here, like the Striking Scorpions and so on, but the HQ choice is the Avatar of Cain. So this is a Latok, this battalion, so -1 to the hit rolls for units over 12 inches away. So just to try and protect them from firepower coming through. And the second HQ choice is the Warlord here. It's an Autarch Skyrunner, Laser Lance, and twin Shuriken Catapults for him. Warlord trait is an Ion Distant event, so he's going to ignore Overwatch. And then the Shimmer Plume as well, relics being taken, that's -1 to the hit rolls, that's for shooting and in close combat as well, just to try and make him a little bit more difficult to bring down. He is the Warlord, so when I spend command points I can try and harvest those back on 6+, just to try and bring back some of the spent command points during the game. Troops choices, 3 units of 5 Rangers, so they're -1 to hit them, and then because they're a Latok it's a further -1, so -2 to the hit rolls against those. And then Striking Scorpions are in, unit of 10, with Scorpion Chainswords. Ariel Doomhand has the Scorpion's Claw. Mandiblasters for them, and I think it's called the Scorpion's Bite. They activate their Mandiblasters against infantry targets on a 5+ instead of a 6, so just to make them a little bit more nasty. That's the trait that's been taken for the Exarch. And then finally it is the 9 as they've become known. It's Shining Spears, a unit of 9 of them with laser lances. The Exarch has a Star Lance, and then twin Shuriken Catapults for those as well. Then the Exarch power is a 3+ invuln save for ranged attacks. So I'm hoping potentially to tank some hits on him to try and protect the rest of the squad. So that's the list here for the Eldar, as yet untested in battle, and they've got a tough matchup here against the Imperial Knights. Aaron Allen has gladly agreed to take command of them to try and pummel the Eldar here in this fight. But we'll see. We'll take a look now and see what the Imperial Knights have in their list. Right, so 2,000 points of Imperial Knights. It's going to be a House Terran 2,000 point army. Haven't quite finished all the models yet, so I've taken a battalion of AdMech and also the AdMech Knight as a super heavy auxiliary detachment as well, just to push the points up to 2,000 for this game. But the majority of the army is House Terran. So the structure is Battleforged, a battalion, and then 3 points for the Imperial Knights detachment here, spending 2 on an extra relic and an extra warlord trait for this force. I'm not getting the extra 6 because there's only 2 Titanic units in this detachment, and then this one here has been taken as a super heavy auxiliary detachment. So it's a Knight Errant, this one here, taken from the AdMech Codex. Thermal Spear, rocket pod on top. Reaper Chainsword, and then a heavy stubber as well. Then for the battalion, 3 units of Rangers. These 2 units at the back, 2 transonic arquebus in each squad, and the other 3 are armed with galvanic rifles. Then a squad of 8 equipped with galvanic rifles, 2 of them also taking arc rifles, and then arc pistol and arc maul for the squad leader. And the 2 HQ choices to make up the battalion is 2 tech priest engine seers. Just the rules here, it's Mars is the Forge World, and these can only repair 1 wound, and they can only repair this knight here. These cannot be repaired by those 2 tech priest engine seers. Then the super heavy detachment here, House Terran. There's a Knight Paladin first of all, Reaper Chainsword, 2 heavy stubbers, and then the repeater battle cannon has been taken as a relic. It's the Thunder of Voltoris, so a bit more reliable with its firepower. The Warlord trait for that one is Land Strider, so some bonuses there. It's +2 to advance and charge rolls for units within 6 inches. Then the Knight Valiant, which is the Warlord. The Warlord trait is Iron Bulwark, so 4+ invuln save. A relic as well, the Traitor's Pyre, so the conflagration cannon there can reroll failed wound rolls. The Thundercoil Harpoon, the 2 twin melters on top here, 4 shield breaker missiles, and then a twin siege breaker cannon for the Knight Valiant also. Then finally 2 Armiger Warglaves, each with a melter gun, a Reaper chain cleaver, and then a thermal spear for each of those as well. So that's the list for the Imperial Knights. It is intimidating seeing so many Titanic units on the board, and it's going to be difficult for the Eldar to try and bring down even just one of these, let alone all 3 of them. But the Eldar have speed and numbers here as well. We'll see if that makes a difference in this fight. But perhaps a nervous start for the Eldar. There's pressure on them to do well. They usually perform well in the league, so a lot of pressure on them to get the win here in this fight, their first game of the season. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next for this battle. Alright, so the scenario here, it's been randomly determined. This time we've gone to Chapter Approved 2017. It's Maelstrom of War, mission number 3, which is Tactical Gambit. Search and Destroy is the deployment, as Aaron's chosen his corner. It's just over there, and then the Eldar deployment zone is on the opposite side in this corner. So, the rules for this mission, Slay the Warlord, First Blood and Line Breaker, all available in this mission. 6 tactical objectives on the board, we'll just call those out now. So, objective number 2, just this Dead Space Marine Terminator on a throne, is just there, just outside of the Eldar deployment zone. Objective number 1 is this canister, next to this generator here. Objective number 5, just on the edge of the Imperial Knights deployment zone on top here, just marked by that dead Terminator. Then I'll go around the other side. This is the Eldar deployment zone here, just marked by the orange dice, and there's no man's land. And then I'll just go around the other side of the board to show you the Imperial Knights deployment and the other 3 objectives. So this is the view the Imperial Knights have across the board. Objective number 4, nicely tucked inside their deployment zone. Just inside this crater. Objective number 6, just on the edge of their deployment zone, quite close to the middle of the table. That's marked by this teleport homer. Then the last objective, objective number 3, marked by this canister next to these generators just here in no man's land. So good spread, a good even spread of objectives across the board. I think Eldar happy to get a Maelstrom of War mission here. They will inevitably try to dance around the table, picking up as many objectives as possible. So, special rules for this mission is the Gambit. At the start of each player's turn, before generating new tactical objectives, the player must declare how many they think they can achieve before the start of their turn. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you go on to achieve that many or more, then you get the corresponding number of objectives or victory points. So if you declare you can achieve 2 cards and you manage to do that, then you get 2 points for that. If you fail, then whatever the number is you've declared, the opponent gets the victory points. That's the gamble. You can risk declaring a higher amount to achieve a greater amount of victory points, but if it goes wrong, the opponent gets the victory points instead. So generating up to 4 tactical objectives in the turn. If there's less than 4 in play, and you keep generating cards until 4 cards are active. That's the rules then for this mission. I think quite an even game. Good chance for either side. Both armies no doubt focus on trying to destroy each other, but also trying to achieve these tactical objectives and going after these 6 objectives on the board spread across the table. Go on to deployment now. Start alternating placing units on the board. Right, so the battle mat that we're using in this game, it's from gamemat.eu, 6x4 in size, rolls out nice and flat. Then we simply put the terrain on top and then some stones and scatter just to blend it all in. The terrain that we're using, mixture of terrain, it's a good portion of it Games Workshop terrain, then also terrain sets from gamemat.eu. I'm using their industrial terrain set, which I've been painting up to match in with my Adeptus Mechanicus terrain. So that's this piece here, this one here, which I've modified with some platforms on top, and also these generators over here as well. These green boxes and containers also from that terrain set from gamemat.eu, and then also featuring some MDF terrain as well from madgamingterrain.com. So this is one of the intro bundles here. It's all stackable, magnetized, and all these walkways here are part of that set as well. So you can check out madgamingterrain.com for your MDF terrain, and then also gamemat.eu for your supplies of pre-painted terrain and battle mats as well. So deployment complete for both sides. Eldar finished deploying last, so Aaron will get +1 to the roll-off here to see who goes first. So Eldar deployment, unit of rangers just inside the crater here. Jet bikes strung all the way along the crescent here, right up to the edge of their deployment. Prince Loriot, hoping that we go first. Prince Loriot at the front. The Avatar as well. The 2 units of Dire Avengers next to the Avatar, just to get that auto pass for morale. Janes are just a bit further back. Eldrad and the Warlock just on the walkway here. 2 units of Rangers on top of this building. And then finally the Wraith Knight on the left-hand flank getting ready to move out. So we're hoping we get to go first here with the Eldar. If we hang right back, we'll be shot to pieces. We've got to get in quickly and fast as we can. Reserves, Webway Strike here. The Guardians will deep strike in, and so too will the striking Scorpions. Now, around the other side here, Imperial Knights deployment. The Skitarii looking very much at home on this AdMech terrain here. So taking position upstairs, getting ready to defend objective number 5, and bringing their guns to bear, the galvanic rifles, the transonic arquebus, sniper rifles there as well, ready in position. Nice commanding view across the battlefield. There's the Eldar there in the distance. 1 Warglaive just on the edge of the deployment zone. 2 Tank Priest Engine Seers, one of them right at the back here, holding on to objective number 4. And then the AdMech Knight Errant here, just next to the buildings, and then right at the edge of the deployment zone here, hoping to go first. No doubt here it's the Knight Valiant ready to push forwards, and then 1 Warglaive on the right hand side to escort it as it goes in. So both sides, I think, hoping they'll go first in this fight. And then as we've played a stratagem, or Aaron's played a stratagem here, sally forth, so he can flank now with this Knight Paladin, turn 2 onwards. So an interesting manoeuvre there to put that Paladin into reserve, but it can turn up on a flank somewhere, potentially can cause trouble for the Eldar, and just to let the Knights create a threat on in another sector of the battlefield. Right, so tactics and battle plan here for the Eldar. You can't take on all of these knights at the same time, so really it's going to be a case of trying to isolate one knight at a time and trying to bring it down. Whilst that goes on, using Marv units to try and achieve these tactical objectives. I think happy enough for the Eldar to get a Maelstrom mission here, so it may well be a case of trying to score as many victory points as possible, even though we take more casualties and take more damage than the Imperial Knights. But we'll pursue points on the board as much as possible, and then we'll try and isolate knights and wipe one out at a time. I think that's the plan. So keep a lookout for that during the game. We'll try and gang up on one knight at a time and try and bring it down. I think that's the best option that the Eldar have. So that's my plan. Aaron's out of the room. We'll let Aaron come in and he'll give you an idea of what his battle plan and tactics will be in this game.
Okay, so my plan for this battle then, the two armigers are going to flank the Eldar in a kind of a pincer movement. The Dominus class is going to go straight up the middle as usual. House Terran likes to be aggressive, so we should be able to get in with the 3d6 choose the best charge, hopefully, after a bit of firepower. The AdMech contingent hopefully are going to sit at the back, provide a bit of support firepower, and our aim with the knight that's in reserve is to come on as close as we can to the Eldar knight and hopefully put the battle cannon into him and then charge in and try and finish him off.
Right, so stage is set here, ready to go. It's a case of a roll-off now to see who goes first. Aaron's going to get +1 for the knights. Let him roll here and see what he gets. So set the standard here.
That's a cock.
It's a cock dice, is fine. Here comes the reroll.
It's 1.
It's 1. The start of a fresh season for the Eldar. Oh. And they roll a 6. Season issue, I'd imagine. Here it comes. Please don't spoil this for us. No, it's a 3. Okay, Eldar have got their wish here. They will go first in this battle. Already a risk has been taken, a gambit here. Both sides taking the risk of going first, but the risk has paid off. The gamble's paid off here for the Eldar. They will get to go first in this fight. So we'll draw our first 4 cards. I will also declare how many we think we can achieve before those cards are drawn, and we'll get the first turn underway. But in this fight here, the Eldar will go first against the Imperial Knights. Right, so we're on turn 1 here for the Eldar, getting ready to move. I think we're going to have to play aggressive with our assault-based units and try and cause as much damage as possible. 4 cards have been drawn. I've declared 1, so I'm going to play it a bit cautious here. Cards have been drawn. Assassinates, killing enemy characters. What's interesting here is he's a character, becomes a warlord and gains the character keyword. So the incentive to go after the Knight Valiant. There is the 2 Tech Priest Engineers at the back, and also the Paladin at the moment off board, but that counts as a character as well, and has been given a warlord trait. Blood and Guts, that's destroying units in close combat, so further incentive to go aggressively against the Knight Valiant. Master of Runes, that's points been picked up for manifesting psychic powers, and then Defend Objective number 4, that may well be a card that we discard at the end of the turn. That's Aaron's home objective being held in that corner. But we'll make our moves here with the Eldar. It looks like there's rewards available for going aggressive with this Eldar force. Right, so movement's complete. You can see the Eldar were here, and all of a sudden they've shifted up the board. So we're going after the Valiant here. I think it's quite obvious. Shining Spears swarming ahead. 16-inch move from them. It's nice and quick. You can see Prince L'Oreal as well, going 16 inches with him. I played Matchless Agility. I actually need to roll a dice, get a 6 to try and keep that command point, just with Path of Command. No, okay, so 1 command point spent. Gave that to the Avatar, just to guarantee a 6-inch advance with him. So 13 inches moved up the board, just perhaps for later turns, trying to get into close combat and range with him. The Dire Avengers rolled 2 1s for their advance rolls, so they've gone up 8 inches, pushing up through this corridor. The Warlock and Eldred have joined them, and rolled a 3 for an advance with Jane Zar. She's shifted around this side, moving quickly up the board. The Wraith Knights has gone 12. It's potential charge or just to support the bikers. Snipers have held position on top here and also in the crater. That's Eldar movement complete here on turn 1. So we'll go on to the psychic phase next. We'll just mention cover. There's 3 craters on the table, just the usual rules for those. We're saying infantry units on top of these buildings here, and also on this platform we get +1 to their cover save. The other containers and buildings is line of sight blocking terrain, and then infantry units on top here entirely will also get cover as well. You've rolled Canticles. It's Mars. There's 2 rolls.
Yeah. So I have D3 wounds on 6s to units within an inch of me. It's not going to affect me, and then plus a reroll 1s in the fight phase.
Fight phase. Okay, that's for Skitarii units. That's going to be all for all of these infantry units just here. So we'll go on to psychic phase next. We'll see if the Eldar Psychers can aid their Eldar brethren. Right, so we're on psychic phase here. Got the cards lined up. So we've played Seer Council immediately. So Farseer is in 6 inches of a friendly craft world Warlock. So both from the same craft world all the way, so that's fine. You can add 1 to results of any psychic test you take for the rest of the phase. So this is an important turn here, immediately here for the Eldar. So what we'll go for first of all is Smite, and it's going to go dead ahead into the Knight Valiant. So just an easier power to manifest here. So that's 10, becomes an 11 for the card, so it's D6 mortal wounds here from Eldred. If we get a 6, I don't know what, it's a 5. Whoa, the Eldar are quick off the mark here at the start of the season. So 28 wounds to try and chew through, though, on this Knight Valiant, but 5 wounds drop all of a sudden from that model. So that power's gone off. It means there's a further +1 for Eldred here because he's successfully manifested a psychic power. So we'll go for Guide, and I'm actually going to put it onto the bikers just because they're in a prime range of their shooting weapons. So 7 becomes an 8 and then a 9. So that's going to go off, and we'll just add that onto the bikers just there. Then we're going to cast Doom. It's pretty obvious where that's going to go onto the Valiant, and it's an 8. Becomes a 9, becomes a 10, so that one's gone off. It's all going according to plan here so far. And then we'll use Unparalleled Mastery here. So that lets me attempt another psychic power, which will go for Fortune, and I'm going to try and put that on the Wraith Knight. And we rolled a 6. It's a 7, but Eldred's on +1. +1 for Seer Council, so that does go off as well. So well done to Eldred. And then now finally is the Warlock. He'll attempt to cast Protect onto the bikers. It's a 6 requiring a 7, but the card's going to nudge it just into a successful manifest there, so that has gone off. So the bikers now boasting a 2+ armor save and a 3+ invuln save here against ranged attacks. Okay, so psychic phase finished here, and it's gone entirely according to plan, if not beyond, just with that 5 damage coming through with Smite. So psychic phase finished. We're going to shooting phase next. Eldar need to gang up on these knights here one at a time and try and see if we can bring this Valiant down. We're going to shooting phase next. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Dire Avengers, the new units here. So the first one on the right-hand side, the Exarch has the Power Glaive and Shimmer Shield, so just 18 shots from that squad. So 3+ is going against the Knight Valiant. No kind of rerolls available. And 6s pop extra hits here. So there's 2 extra hits have come through, and we'll just take away all the shots that have missed. It's a few, but pretty good, and we'll add 2 back in. So what's interesting here, it's going to be 6s to wound, but it's rerollable here for Doom. So just hunting for 6s and a chance to reroll the dice. Yeah, there's a few. 5. They're AP -3, but Aaron has the Iron Bulwark trait here, so it's going to be... That's a relic, actually. It's going to be 4s for saves.
2 go through.
2 go through. 2 wounds stripped off. Just a bit of firepower support coming from the Avengers. The next unit, the Autarch, has 2 Avengers Shuriken Catapults. It's going to be 22 shots coming from that squad. So 14, 22. 3s, 6s. Dear me. This is the Exarch's trait here, granting extra hits on 6s. So, Dire Avengers, they're doing the job. They're not designed to wipe out targets, but just to chip away wounds. So add an extra 6 auto hits coming through. And then we're searching for 6s here to wound. Eldar are getting everything their own way at the moment, so they'll be happy enough. Just 3. Because of Doom, it's all re-rollable. And then the last of the dice. Yes, another 6 at AP -3. So 4+ invuln saves here.
Yeah, so we drop 3.
Another 3 go through. Okay, it's interesting. Down to how many wounds left on?
18.
18 left. We'll fire the Avatar next. 2+ for hits. He gets his hit. 4s to wound. The wound goes through. AP -4, I believe, but Aaron again will take his 4+ invuln save. No, right, that'll be D6 damage. So...
yeah, I guess I'm going to use it now.
May as well use it now, yeah. Okay, here comes the command reroll.
Nope.
It's not gone. It's not blocked it. The damage is... It's a 4. 4 more wounds caused. Ouch, here at Eldar causing a lot of damage at this point. We fight Jane's are next. The Silent Death, needing 2s. And then 6s. Nothing. That's again against the Knight Valiant. Okay, so that's her finished. Still plenty of options here. Yeah, well, think about, we've still got the bikers to fire, some snipers, the Wraith Knights still to shoot, and also Prince L'Oreal himself. Right, so Prince L'Oreal next, he'll put his laser lance shots and the twin shuriken catapults into the knight here. So laser lance, needing 2, and he's a Autarch, so you can reroll 1s. He gets his hit. 5s to wound, and it's rerollable. He does get it because of Doom. Okay. -4, but 4+ invuln save for Iron Bulwark here. No, it doesn't. It goes through. 2 damage with that one. Ouch, hit. Eldar focus firing here, all of their weapons against one target, and the wounds dropping down here. 4 shots with the twin shuriken catapult, rerolling 1s, and then 6s to wound, and it's rerollable for Doom. Nothing. Okay, so that's him finished. I think it's got to be the bikers next. May as well take advantage with their laser lances being in range, so we'll calculate the shots with them. Okay, yeah, so what I'm going to go for here with the bikers is they're going to offload everything into the Knight Valiant, so it's going to be all of the laser lances and all of the twin shuriken catapults as well, just trying to take advantage of Doom, especially against that target. So 8 laser lances first, so we'll do the star lance separate. So 3s to hit. It's re-rollable, these ones here, because of guide has been placed on that unit. And still missed with 3, but 5 have made it through. 5's to unit strength, 6. And it's terrible. Just the 1. I was expecting a lot more, so 4+ invuln save. No, 2 more damage caused, down to I think 12 wounds left now. Star Lance next on the Exarch. 3 is a hit. Doesn't wound, it's a 4 to wound here. Yes, it does, because strength 8. So 4+ invuln save.
Yep.
Save that one. Okay, so blocked. That 2 damage has not gone through. Okay. Twin shuriken catapults. I've got 34 dice here. I'll reroll two of them in just a moment. But we're going for 3s to hit. So first of all, we're just going to reroll for guide. So that number of dice starts to average out. That's the hits. Here come the rerolls. All of them except 2, and those 2 dice I need here to make up the 36, and it's rerollable. So 34 hits make it through, and again we're searching for 6s here to wound. So there's none so far. There's a few, and there's another one there. And the target is doomed, so we're going to reroll all these again. Just trying to grind this target down. So there's a couple more. There's a load more. If you can hear Aaron's despair. Imagine if this was an infantry target that we were after here, but this is getting ridiculous here. 14 saves. Its guide and doom has caused the trouble here with Eldrad's masterful psychic powers. 4+ invuln saves been taken. It's an excellent roll. Aaron's passed a whole load here.
4, 5, 6 wounds.
6 wounds taken. He was on 10, so 4 wounds remain. Alright, so Wraith Knight here. It's going into the Armiger Warglaive. We're going to try and see if we can cause some damage against that. Everything it has, so the 2 Wraith cannons and also the 2 star cannons on top as well. So Aaron has rotated the Iron Shield, so 4+ invuln save on the Warglaive. So, needing 3s to hit the target. This is with the Wraith cannon. Just out of range of Prince L'Oreal. That would have helped, but just 2 hits coming through. 2s to wound at strength 16. Oh boy. Yeah, well, come on, reroll this one. 2+. That goes off. So 2 invuln saves of 4+. 4 and 5, well done. That'd have been 2d6 damage blocked. 6 damage would have gone through. Okay, so good result there. Armiger Warglaive untouched so far. 2 star cannons. 3s to hit. 5s to wound. Yeah, there's a wound come through. -3, so 4+ invuln save. And it's a 6. Okay, a load of invuln saves being passed on the Warglaive. 0 damage from the Wraith Knight. That was shocking from him. So from one extreme to the next at the moment with the Eldar. Most firepower's complete now. Everything around here. Just some snipers left to shoot with. So we'll fire this squad here. It's going to go all the way across against the Skitarii infantry squad in cover. So need 3s. 3s to wound. Yeah, they've all wounded. As Aaron's in cover, so he'll take 3+ armor saves.
Make them all.
Pass them all on 333. Same squad. We'll repeat the process. 3s. And then it's going to be 3s to wound. Yeah, 3 more saves of 3+. And 333 rolled again. It's bizarre, but all the saves passed so far. That'd have been 6 casualties without cover. So that's been exceptionally useful. And I've got 1 squad left down here. I've already measured them during deployment. They are in range of the snipers up there, so we'll fire at them. In 3s. And in 3s again. There's a mortal wound, and then a save required of 3+. Passed, okay. 1 model slain. Eldar snipers managed to pick off one of the Skitarii Rangers. So that marks the end of the shooting phase. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. A lot of Eldar units can charge here. We'll make our decisions of where to go. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Alright, so charges have taken place. Just 2 units going forward. So first to charge was Prince L'Oreal. He's managed to... he rolled a 4 for his charge. We re-rolled it with the avatar nearby. Got an 8. So he's jumped across here and contacted both of these just to knock out Overwatch. And that paved the way then for the bikers to charge in. They charged in against the Valiant and also the Warglaive just here. So that's charges done. Didn't go in with the Knight. Avatar advanced, couldn't charge. Chainsaw could have gone for a charge. We've left her out. We're going to keep her at the back for now and leave the fight to the bikers. Charges done. We'll go on to combat resolution next. Okay, so I'm going to elect, being aware that Aaron can interrupt play here, I'm going to fight with the bikers first. The Shining Spears. I'm going to play Supreme Disdain. So 6s will grant extra attacks as well. I'm going to put 4 of them into the Warglaive, and the other 5, including the Exarch, are going to go into the Knight Valiant. I'm hoping that Doom will help bring this monster down. If we don't, there could be trouble here, but we'll see what we roll up. So we'll do the attacks into the Warglaive first of all. So 4 models attacking, 2 attacks each. So 8 attacks, needing 3s. And re-rolling 1s because of Prince L'Oreal. It's helped get a hit. Those are misses. No extra attacks come through. And then it's going to be strength 6, toughness 7. So 5s for wounds. There's 3. It's AP minus 4. And go straight for its 2 damage. Yeah, 6 wounds caused. It's now going to the Exarch with his Star Lance, re-rolling 1s. Yeah, Supreme Disdain gives him an extra 2 attacks, which have hits, 5 hits here, 4s to wound at strength 8. And it's re-rollable. That's AP minus 4 and 2 damage, that's 8 wounds caused. So complete overkill here, still had 4 of these, but I declared them it's too late, so we can't put them into the Warglaive. So Aaron will see if he explodes. You probably want to. But
well, I don't know.
Oh, it's got other stuff nearby. Yeah, okay, so we'll see what comes up. It's 2 dice being rolled. No, all right, okay. But Knight Valiant destroyed. A critical blow caused against the Imperial Knights by this hasty attack from the Eldar. All right, so model removed from play. I'm going to sit where I am, so no piling or consolidation move to do. It's a difficult choice, but Aaron's not going to interrupt play here, so we're going to go on to Prince L'Oreal. Gets his 4 attacks. Needing 2s, they've all hit, and it's going to be 5s to wound. A triple 5 will bring this thing down. Just the one. AP minus 4, 2 damage. It's down to 4 wounds left on the Warglaive. It survives, and it can now choose its targets here. Aaron could go for the Warlord, maybe, against Prince L'Oreal, or he can try and bring down the bikers just here. Forced to hit. Okay, so sweep attack's going to go in against the bikers. Going to just try and start reducing these down. 4s for hits. Tons of 3s. The damage bracket here on this thing. And then 3s to wound. 2 2s. Oh, yeah. Frustrating here for the Knights. Armor Warglaive finished here in close combat, and that marks the end of the phase. So it's gone the Eldar's way so far, that's for sure. We'll round off of morale. I don't think there's going to be any issues here. Just 1 model lost from a squad over there, so they'll be fine. We'll see what cards the Eldar can trade in. Yeah, it's been a painful turn here for the Imperial Knights. Warlord's been slain. First Blood conceded as well. Master of Runes, 3 or more psychic powers were manifested, so it will be D3 victory points, just the 1 for that one. Then the Warlord was a character here, so you get 1 point for that. And then Blood and Guts, we get a point for that as well. Also, so it's not too bad. A good number of points being picked up here by the Eldar, and they certainly have dealt out a deadly blow here against the Imperial Knights. Yeah, then so 3 points picked up here, and then the Gambit as well. So we'll add that on for this turn. That's the extra point being scored. We gambled on 1 card being achieved, and so we get a point for that. Turn's finished here for the Eldar. It's gone well for them. They have brought down the Knight Valiant. That was the main plan, and they fulfilled a good number of their tactical objectives. The 4th card, defend objective number 4, the one in the corner, we've dumped that one, so we'll be able to draw 4 fresh cards next turn. We'll see how the Imperial Knights respond, which they can. They've got plenty of resources here, but they'll have to wait for the Knight Paladin as it makes its flanking move. That'll be able to turn up turn 2 onwards. And the same for the Eldar. They have some reserves to turn up on turn 2, but they better hurry up these reserves. A lot's happening here on turn 1. So much has taken place already. We'll go on to the first turn now for the Imperial Knights. Alright, so movement on turn 1 here for the Imperial Knights. Cards have been drawn. Not too bad here. Secure objective number 4. To try and catch up with points, Aaron has taken the gambit of trying to achieve 2 cards just to try and catch up on points. And it's not over here for the Knights. We're saying that Aaron potentially is going to go after the bikers here. 272 points for these. 105, I think, for Prince L'Oreal. So if Aaron can deal with those, it should level up the damage pretty good that's been caused. Secure objective number 4 immediately can be achieved, just being held at the back there. Area denial, very difficult at this stage. Defend objective number 2, that's the Eldar objective just there. Eldrad right on top of that one. And then assassinate. So a good chance Aaron may well go after the Warlord here to pick up that card and also pick up the point for Slay the Warlord. Also, bit of a tactical error here. Should have consolidated with these and surrounded and protected the Prince, but he is exposed at this stage. Aaron has moved the Knight Aaron across, and Prince L'Oreal is the closest model, so he'll be able to fire and then potentially charge into the Prince. Pushing forwards here also with one of the Tech Priest engines here, just to accompany the Knight. The Armiger Warglaves shifted across. When this one charges, the Warglaive hopefully will be able to move around, and then this one here has backed out of close combat. On how many wounds left for him? 4. Oh, it's just behind there. 4 wounds remaining, backing off 10 inches. Infantry squads have remained where they are, just to lend some firepower support. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Imperial Knights as they try and get their revenge against the Eldar. Okay, shooting phase here. Snipers, they've declared into Prince L'Oreal. They can see him. I've played lightning fast reactions for 2 command points, so it's going to be -1 for Latok, -1 for lightning fast reactions, and then -1 for the Shimmer Plume relic as well. So the snipers will need 6s for hits if they're going to try and hit the Prince.
And these guys are going into the bikes.
Bikers, yes. Okay.
So this is the snipers.
Looking for 6s.
Yep.
No, okay.
And then the 2 guys.
Just the 2 rangers, 2 hits here. And 1 wound. 2 wounds. Because you're strength 4. Yeah, toughness 4. 2 up armor save. Passed. Just there. That 2 up armor saves coming from Protect that was cast from the Warlock. What's interesting here, actually, I've played lightning fast reactions. That's gone into Prince L'Oreal, which means the bikers will not be able to use that card on them this turn. But I'll let Aaron press on with the rest of his shooting here. Yeah, second sniper team. Exactly the same process here. So 2 shots into Prince L'Oreal. Need 6s. Got him on a 6. Well done. 3s to wound. No.
I'll have to re-roll that since I...
Here comes the command reroll.
Yeah.
5, it comes through. Okay. 4 plus invuln save. 4 shield is held. And then 3 shots now with the galvanic rifles. They have -1 for Latok. That's it. You've hit on a 4, yep. And 5's a wound.
Yeah.
2 up armor save. Passed. Okay, next up, the squad of 8 will offload all of its shots into the bikers. If you're within 12, you can negate the Latok here. So maybe from here down to that model there, we'll just see.
Yes.
Right, so no -1 to the hit rolls. That's fine. Yeah, so in range 12, so Aaron's going to get his regular ballistic skill here. So 4 shots then with the arc rifles because it's rapid fire. Yeah. So 3 is for hits.
Okay.
And 3's to wound.
1 wound.
AP -1, so 3 up save. No. Damage of 1, I think. It's D3 against vehicles, so just damage 1. Galvanic rifle shots, 1 of them rapid fire, so an extra shot coming through. 3's to hit.
4 hits.
And 4's to wound. 2 up save. Passed. Okay. Alright, so just the 1 wound coming through against the bikers so far. That 2 plus armor save helping them out a lot so far. So next. So this is all complete up here. Yeah, so all the infantry support firepower has finished. Got 1 Warglaive and the Imperial Knight to fire next. Okay, so the Knight's going to fire next. It's going to offload everything into Prince L'Oreal. to try and slay him with firepower. So it's going to be heavy stubber, a thermal cannon, and the Storm Spear rocket pod as well. Aaron's going to unleash everything against the Eldar Warlord. -1 to hit rolls for the Shimmer Plume, and -1 for lightning fast reactions. So, choose your weapon.
Thermal cannon first.
D6 shots.
4.
4 shots, that's decent enough. 5s for hits.
Just the 1.
Just the 1, okay. 2s to wound.
Yeah.
Wound comes through, we'll move on to a 4+ invuln save. Now, the Prince could die here, so I think I have to... Oh boy, come on, reroll. Here it comes. Yeah, we've passed on a 6, so we'll take that command point away. Got 5 left. Rocket pod, 5s.
No.
Missed. Oh boy.
Heavy stubber. No.
It's a bit like my Wraith Knight. My Wraith Knight did 0 damage, and the Knight Errant here has struggled here as well. It would have hit him. There was 3s and 4s being rolled, but Prince L'Oreal, whose dazzling flowing blonde hair, has managed to dodge the firepower coming through. Okay, Warglaive is going to offload its firepower into the bikers, so it's going to be a melter shot and then the thermal spear. D3 shots for the thermal spear. Just the 1. 3s.
This is the melter as well.
Yes, yeah, may as well.
Missed with 1.
2s to wound. Wound comes through. Protect, giving us a 3+ invuln save, which we've failed, and whatever you roll, it's going to kill that biker. He's already on a wound, so 1 biker destroyed. That's actually it. Shooting phase finished. So the 9, the bikers become 8, but a good number of them left. So Aaron declares charges next. We'll see where he elects to go. I imagine there's unfinished business here with Prince L'Oreal, but we'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Alright, so charges and Overwatch have taken place. Guide helped some of the shots coming through, but Aaron charged first with the Knight Errant, only into Prince L'Oreal, so because there's a lot of laser lances nearby, so he's gone after Prince L'Oreal with him. Then charged with the Warglaive. It took a total of just 1 wound, it's down to 11 wounds left. That was from a Shuriken Catapult, the laser lance hits that did wound. Aaron rolled up some invuln saves to protect the Warglaive. So it's gone according to plan here. Both of these have charged in to try and cause as much trouble for Prince L'Oreal and the bikers here. We'll go on to combat resolution next. So Aaron's going to use the strike ability here. Okay. 4 attacks.
3s.
Going against the bikers here. 3s for hits.
All hit.
Ah, they've all hit.
This is strength 12.
2s to wound. He's tempted to go for a command reroll here. His hatred for the bikes is growing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for
Here it comes, okay. Oh, I rolled a 1. Okay, command point used up.
So that's 3 wounds at -3.
-3, okay, but we're on a 2+ armor saves. 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up. 5 ups to block these. We've blocked 1. Damage 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 bikers slain here, hacked down by the Armiger Warglaive. Alright, so models removed from play. So the attacks against Prince L'Oreal now. So you could use the Reaper, the Reaper chainsaw to try and cut him down, or the feet to try and stomp all over this elusive jet bike. I'm going to play... I think I'm allowed to play it again on the same turn. It's a different phase. Burning up my command points here, but I'm going to play lightning fast reactions on the Prince, so further -1 to hit him, to try and keep him alive if we can.
Feet.
Feet it is. Okay, here we go. 5s for hits. Oh, that may well have kept the Prince alive. There's 3 4s in there that would have gone through. 2s to wound. They've all wounded. It's AP -2. 4 up invuln saves. We've passed to the Prince. Is going to survive, and he's taken 2 wounds. Prince L'Oreal lives. Okay, so fight back the bikers. I've piled in with those. So 2 of them get to fight, and the Exarch as well. I may as well put the Exarch in, because they're all going to be fighting at strength 3. Because they haven't charged. So 3s to hit, all going against the Warglaive. Rerolling 1s for Prince L'Oreal. And then 6s for wounds. There's 2 6s. AP -4 and 2 damage each, so that's going to be 4 damage taken on the Warglaive. Okay, from the bikers. And then Prince L'Oreal will fight against the Knight. 4 attacks. Rerolling ones. Oh, gets his hits. And again, it's going to be 6's strength 3, toughness 8. And he's done it. 2 wounds caused, AP -4. So down to 22 wounds left on the Knight Errant. Alright, and that actually marks the end of the turn. 3 casualties taken on the bikers, but it's also past morale because of the avatar nearby, and no other morale issues across the board. So, cards to trade in to see if the Knights have been able to catch up here. Eldar have picked up 4, 5, 6 points here at this stage.
So I want to get and secure objective 1.
No. 2. Because of the gap. Oh, no, that's ruined the plans. So it's Prince L'Oreal's done that?
Yes.
Because the prince survived. Because it was assassinate, wasn't it? Yeah, assassinate was the card. So it was good to keep the prince alive. So that's cost Aaron slay the warlord, the value of that card, and the gambit of 2 points. And he's not only lost those 2 points, but he's had to hand them over. Oh no, to the Eldar. So we'll add that to our total. Oh dear, nightmare here for the Imperial Knights at this stage. And discarding Eridinal. Okay, yes, the centre of the board's being held by the avatar at this point. Turn 1 finished. So much has happened here. It seems to be a common theme for more recent 8th edition games. A lot happening on turn 1. The Eldar gamble seems to have paid off. They have pushed forwards aggressively. They've caused a fair bit of damage here against the Imperial Knights, and they have resisted the counter-attack quite effectively as well, most importantly keeping their warlord, the Prince L'Oreal, alive. So Eldar now rushing ahead on points, and they have a turn in their favour. Going to go on to turn 2 for them, with units poised and ready to strike against this Imperial Knights force. Turn 2 coming up next for the Eldar. Right, so we're on turn 2 for the Eldar. Cards that have been drawn. The gambit I've gone for is 2. Cards that have been drawn is Legacy of Sorrow, so that's destroy an enemy character. So that will be, at the moment, these 2 characters are on the board here, the 2 Tech Priest Engine Seers. Kingslayer, so I'll pick up D3 victory points for that. The warlord's already been slain. Combined strike, so that's destroying units in the psychic shooting or fight phase, and you get extra points if you... It's D3 if you destroy in any 2 phases, and D3 plus 3 if it's all 3 phases there. And then area denial to try and clear the centre of the board, which the Eldar are currently trying to do. So again, another turn here for the Eldar with a chance to pick up a good number of victory points. We'll go on to their movement next. Right, so movement complete here for the Eldar on turn 2. Units popping up all over the board here. Guardians have turned up, 20 of them with a gun platform, just over 9 inches away from the Imperial Knight. Again, just to try and shred some wounds as much as possible. The Knights moved around 12 inches here. The Avatars moved 7, poised to charge. Jane Zars moved up, a useful model for denying Overwatch. The Dire Avengers pushing forwards, making advanced moves, again ready to lay down some supporting fire. Eldrad with them, the Warlock with them, Snipers holding position, and then pulling out of close combat here. The Bikers have pulled away, and so too is Prince L'Oreal, going to surround this character here and try and bring him down. And then one other unit, these have remained where they are, and then the Scorpions right at the other end of the board on this flank. They've landed on top here, emerging from the shadows, ready to try and push along in this direction. Interesting rules for these. They get +1 to their hit rolls when targeting units in cover, and their 3+ save now becomes a 2+ save, so they might prove quite hard to root out of the building here. Eldar infesting the table or the battlefield here, all over the place. We'll go on to their psychic phase next. We'll see if Eldrad can assist his Eldar brethren once more. Okay, so first off, we'll go for Seer Council. It's helped us out before. We'll play it again. Trying to play safe here with the psychic powers to make sure these go off. So we'll go for Smite from Eldrad into the Warglaive. So 5 + 1. So it goes off on a 6. Damage is D3. 3 mortal wounds caused. So it knocks him down to 4 wounds left. Then we'll go for... We'll put Fortune onto the Knight once again. So I need a 7, that's a 6, +1. So that goes +1 for that, and then +1 for Eldrad. So that goes off. So Fortune goes off on the Knight over there. So it's a 5+, feel no pain. We'll then put Guide on the Wraith Knight this time. So it's a 4, needing a 7. So I will... we're on +2 at the moment for Seer Council, and then Eldrad. I'm going to re-roll this one. I get to re-roll once per phase with Eldrad, and that one becomes a 4. So that does go off, so it goes off on the Knight. And then we'll play Unparalleled Mastery once more to manifest a 4th psychic power. 6+ to keep it for Path of Command. We do, so that command point remains in position. And we'll play Doom. And we're going to try and doom the Knight Errant. And it goes off on a 12 in total. So the Knight Errant doomed here, the second Knight to be doomed by the Master Psyker. Then we'll go for... we'll think about this. We could try and protect one of our infantry or biker units, or we could Jinx. I'm thinking perhaps Jinx the Knight here to try and strip away some of the armor save. Now, I'm going to try and protect my unit. I'm going to protect the bikers here. See if we can make this go off. That's a 6, needing a 7, but +1 for Seer Council. That goes off. So the bikers are protected once more. Now boasting a 2+ armor save and a 3+ invuln save against ranged attacks. Psychic phase is finished. Again, once more, it's gone very well here for the Eldar. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. Okay, start with the Striking Scorpions. So the Scorpion's Claw shooting, and then 9 pistols as well, so 11 shots. 2s to hit, because we're shooting at a target in cover. And then 3s to wound. Okay, not too good. One of them is at AP -3, so 6+ invuln save, or cover save, doesn't matter.
Nope.
And then 2 saves of 3+.
Make one of them.
Make one of them. Okay, 2 casualties caused, but crucially, Aaron will keep the 2 snipers alive. They're going to go to the Dire Avengers. They're moving down this corridor here. 18 shots with the squad with the Power Glaive and Shimmer Shield. It's going to go into the Armor Warglaive. So it will be 3s for hits. And again, this Blade Storm helping out here. There's 5 extra hits have come through with those 6s being rolled. And then it's going to be 5s to wound. Strength 4, toughness 7. So there's some shuriken damage coming through. So 4 of them at AP -3, so 5+ invuln saves here. No, and then 1 regular save. Aaron needs to... Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's destroyed. Right, so roll to see if he detonates. No, Warglaive gone. So Dire Avengers doing their work, just chipping away wounds and some decent supporting firepower coming through. Next squad then, 22 shots. Going to go into the Knight here. 15, 22. 3s, no kind of rerolls available. And there's a lot of misses here. And then there's 2 6s, so it's an extra 2 hits. Blade Storm. So, searching for 6s here for wounds. There's 2, but the target's doomed, so it's rerollable. And there's another 2. So they're AP -3. So.
I should have declared it first.
Oh, rotate Iron Shields. Yes. Okay.
Okay, that's not too bad actually. Anyway.
Just failed 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 wound cause down to 21. Okay, Aaron's going to declare it now. So rotate Iron Shields, 2 command points. The last 2 command points being used up for the Knights. Oh no, it's only cost 1. Only got 1 left. Okay. So 4+ invuln save now on him. The Avatar. I declared the Avatar, so here it comes. The shot. A 2. Hits. 4 to wound. Doom. Yes. 4+ invuln save. Here it comes.
Yep, got it.
God, a 4, well done. Okay, so that would have been 2d6 choosing the best for damage. As we'll go for Jane Zar. 2s. There's no rerolls available. And 6s to wound. Awful. 6s to wound again for Doom. No. Okay, that's with her Silent Death shooting weapon. Right, so around this side here, the Guardians are going to fight next, or shoot next. Discipline of the Black Guardians, so it's an all-way Guardian unit, +1 to the hit rolls. So we'll go for 2s to hit here against the Knight, and it'll be all 38 shots from them, plus the heavy weapons platform as well, with the Shuriken Cannon is the weapon I've paid the points for. So, here's 30 shots, needing 2s. So no kind of rerolls available, but those are all hits. So that's 30. So we'll go for another 8. So those are the hits. Do the weapons platform just a moment, because that'll be 5s to wound. So now we're looking for 6s to wound and Doom here. So I'll do the first roll with these. And then those ones. So looking for 6s. 2. But Doom here. Get another chance. There's another 1. And there's those. I'm not sure if you're keeping track of where I'm at the moment, but I think Aaron knows where I'm up to. Just these ones left. And there's some 6s coming through. Oh dear, right, okay, so we're looking at 8 at AP -3, so 4+ invuln saves.
Okay, and there's 4 wounds.
4 wounds taken, okay. And then the heavy weapons platform, Shuriken Cannon, 2 hits, 5s to wound, and rerollable. Yep, so 1 regular save of 3+, and then 1 invuln save of 4+.
Okay, so the 3+, passed on 5.
Yep.
And invuln
Passed on a 5, well done. Okay, it's just 4 wounds stripped away, but helping to reduce the Knight down to 17 wounds left. Right, Prince L'Oreal next. Will put all of his firepower into the Knight, so there is 1 laser lance shot, which hits and does not wound. Nope, that's with Doom. And then Shuriken catapults, rerolling ones. 6s, there's 1. And that's it. So 4+ in 1 save. Okay, so strips a wound away down to 16. Just thinking about what to do with the bikers. As I've got laser lances available, shuriken catapults, the knights a target, this character's a target, and so too the Skitarii infantry upstairs as well. We'll check our ranges and make a decision here with our firepower. Yeah, I'll do the snipers next actually. So these ones up here, just we'll go after the knight and see if we can pick up some wounds. So the first squad of 5 needing 3s. And then it's going to be 6s for wounds. For Doom, failed. The next unit's going to fire 6s. There's 1. And Doom. That's 2 6s. 2 mortal wounds taken, and then 2 saves of 3+. Past those 2 saves, but 2 more wounds drop down to 14 now. Just the snipers picking away some more wounds here. This squad here, I'm not going to fire them. The only real target is these snipers, but I don't want models being removed to reduce the chances of the scorpions getting stuck into close combat. So we'll negate their firepower. So what's left here? The Wraith Knight's still yet to shoot, and still yet to cause any kind of damage in this game, and then the jet bikers as well. So with the Wraith Knight, I'm going to put the heavy Wraith cannons, actually going to put that into the Warglaive to try and finish that off, and then the 2 star cannons on top will go into the Knight. Will be the target. Okay, so star cannons, 2 of them, 4 shots. 3s to hit. He has guide, doesn't he? Yeah, so we'll reroll this one. They've all hit. And then Doom against that target, so 5s to wound. Rerollable. Nothing. Is the knight going to do anything in this? This game's firepower's been terrible. We'll go for the 4 heavy Wraith cannon shots now into the Warglaive. Reroll those 2. 2s to wound. 2 wounds make it through. Strength 16. Minus 4, so 5+ invuln save. Nope, finally. 2d6 damage. 6 damage caused, 4 wounds left. Armiger's destroyed, and it doesn't detonate, but it has been removed from play. Okay, so we'll shoot with the bikers here. 3 laser lances are going to go into the Knight, and then a Star Lance and 2 laser lances into the Tech Priest engine seer, and then all the Shuriken catapults are going to go into the Knight, just to try and take advantage again of Doom. So the Star Lance first of all into the engine seer, hits him on a 6, and 2s for a wound, AP minus 4, so that's 2 wounds taken. Then the other 2 laser lances, rerolling 1s for Prince L'Oreal, just the 1 hit, 2s for a wound, yes, so minus 4. 2 more wounds taken. He's gone, so character slain. And then 3 laser lance shots into the Knight. They've all hit. 5s to wound, strength 6. They're all wounded here. Oh, dear. So minus 4, but 4+ invuln save.
Save them all.
Save them all. Good dice rolling. Okay. Shuriken catapults next. So just the numbers that we've lost. It's 24 shots. Re-rolling 1s for the Prince nearby it. So he will direct their firepower. He's turned them all into hits here. So, I think Aaron despairs with the Eldar here at this stage. Oh dear, just back to their old tricks again. 6s to wound against the Knight. So there's a couple. And then Doom means I can reroll the whole lot again. It's crazy what a decent Farseer can do. Yeah, he's amplified that damage coming through here. 7 at AP minus 3, so 7 4+ invuln saves here.
4 more wounds.
4 more wounds taken, down to 10 left. Eldar terrorising the Imperial Knights here with their firepower, and it's being amplified, as we've seen time and time again, by the Psycho here, Eldrad. Okay, that actually marks the end of the shooting phase. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch. So we've got some charges lined up here. What's going to prove very useful for the Eldar will be Jane Zart. No Overwatch allowed against her, so we'll charge with her first. We'll go on to charges and any potential Overwatch next. All right, so charges and some Overwatch went ahead. We rolled a double six for the charge here for the striking Scorpions. So along they've gone, along the top here, making into contact just with that unit. And no damage from Overwatch. So they've gone in. Then across here, Jane's charged first, denying Overwatch. Avatar's then gone in. Aaron's just got one command point left, so no danger of any interrupt play. So the Wraith Knight has charged in as well. That's charges finished. We'll go on to combat resolution next for the Eldar here on turn 2. So we'll do the striking Scorpions. 10 Mandiblaster attacks here, in 5s for their new Exarch ability. And they've only picked up one. So 1 mortal wound caused against those. 1 sniper brought down. I'll fight with Ariel Doomhand first. So 3s to hit, 2s to wound, 6+ invuln save required. He's not done it as a yes. He's rolled 2 6s. Ariel Doomhand denied a chance to bring down that model. So we'll go to Scorpion Chainswords next. 18 attacks to try and finish off this model. It's been, we was talking about the Eldar here, it's been it's quite interesting to watch them here, and they're slightly adapted style from the previous list. They have really gone for the Imperial Knights here in this fight. So you're in cover. So 2s to hit you then, even in close combat. Interesting the way Scorpions work here. And then 3s to wound at strength 4 with the Scorpion Chainswords. 10 saves, no minus, 4 up armour.
5, 7, 9, 10. He's dead.
He's dead. Okay, so gone, and then we'll make our consolidation move and push in to the next sniper unit. Yeah, so I'm going to attack with Jane Zar. New model, spent ages painting her, so we'll fight with her first. 2s to hit. They all hit. 5s to wound, strength 6. And re-rollable for Doom. Not too bad, 2. AP minus 3, so 2 saves are 6+.
Nope.
No, and it's D3 damage. 4 wounds caused by
6.
Jane Zar just there, down to 6 wounds left. Okay, so we'll go to the Avatar of Cain. 5 attacks with him. 2s to hit. He's mischief 2. 4s to wound. Strength 8. And it's Doom. 2 have made it through. It's AP minus 4, so it's going to cut straight through. And it's 2d6 choosing the best. So we'll take the 5, the knight's gone. And we'll take the 4, it's 9 wounds with 6 left. The knight is destroyed. And I would love to roll a 6. Now he's rolled a 2. But knight destroyed. The Avatar of Cain brings him down. This is devastating stuff here from the Eldar. They have caused a lot of trouble here for the knights. So the area's been cleared here. So we're down to some Skitarii infantry left. Aaron can now fight back with this squad. So 2 models, yeah, needing 4s against the Scorpions and a 4 to wound. Wound comes through, so I'll take a 3+ save. Passed with our heavy aspect armour, and that ends the turn here for Eldar, turn 2. Right, so turn's finished. There's no morale issues anywhere on the board, so we'll bring in our victory points here for the Eldar. Legacy of Sorrow, so destroy an enemy character, yes. So 1 point for that. Kingslayer, the Warlord's already been destroyed, so D3 victory points, 3 points for that one. Combined Strike was shooting phase. We destroyed something. Yes, a Warglaive was destroyed, and then in the fight phase as well. So D3 for that one. It's another 3. The Eldar have picked up a ton of points here, and then area denial D3 because there's no enemy units within 12 inches of the centre. If we roll another 5 or 6 here, it's a 6. That's ridiculous. That's 9 victory points. 10 victory points in one turn here for the Eldar. My, oh my, this is pretty unbelievable from them. So There's also 2 points because our gambit paid off, so that can be added on. 12 points in one turn here. Aaron's going to concede at this point because he doesn't want the Eldar running away with a ton of victory points potentially. So the game's going to end at this point here at the end of Eldar turn 2. Some games of 40k drag on turn 5, 6 and 7. It's looking for a conclusion, and sometimes you get a game that is over in the very early stages of the battle. That's exactly what's happened here. Eldar have been let loose. They've held back from the league for quite a while. They've watched with interest the different factions taking part, and they've come into the league nervous because the pressure that's been put on them is a number of newer factions doing very well, and so the Eldar pressure put on them, but they have been let loose here in their first game of the season, and they really have taken the fight to the Imperial Knights, going super aggressive on turn 1, both with their firepower and in their combat phase as well, and they have minced through this Imperial Knights force. Yeah, interesting. I've just been talking about the battle plan for both sides. So I've just been made aware of it. Aaron was telling me that his plan was to go like a pincer manoeuvre with the 2 warglaves going around in this direction, then to go straight through here with the Knight Valiant to take the fight to the Eldar. And then the sally forth, the unit that we didn't see arrive, the Paladin, because the game's it's all been over before he's been able to arrive, but that was the plan with that was to arrive on a flank or a board edge and primarily to go after the Wraith Knight. He would have been in a good spot. He is close to the edge, so you have to deploy over 9 inches away, but it's House Terran. It's 3d6 choosing the best for charges, and then Land Strider with the Warlord trait is +2 to the charge. A 7-inch charge would have been required, rolling 3d6, choosing the best. Very likely that charge would have taken place. A decent tactic there, but run out of time to execute that one, just with the speed of the Eldar attack. On the other hand, my plan was to isolate and destroy one knight at a time. So that's sort of kind of what we saw take place in the game here. I knew we couldn't try and pick off wounds here and there against all of the knights, so I think the Eldar were happy that one of the knights was kept in reserve, because I was hoping you wouldn't cluster too tight for me to try and isolate one knight at a time. So it kind of worked out well, and we knew we had to go hyper aggressive and not hang back and take our time, because the firepower that the knights have would have been devastating against the Eldar units. But the game maybe could have gone... Well, it would have gone differently. If Aaron had gone first, we would have seen his plan put into action first, and that may well have changed the game around. Because remember, the Eldar units are very close, and if Aaron had got a charge off first with the Knight Valiant against those bikers, plus a whole load of shooting, then things could have been very different. But the Eldar have the mastery here in this battle. We'll get a final score for victory points, but it's going to be a high tally here for the Eldar. So, final score, victory points for the Imperial Knights. Total for them is 1. Okay, and then the Eldar 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, Line Breaker, yeah, 18, 19, Warlord 20, First Blood 21 points to 1. That's a pretty big score here. It all helps in the league. So the way you're running the league, to separate units that are on the same kind of points as far as victories and draws are concerned, then we'll use a goal difference. That'll be the number of points picked up in games, just to separate out the different armies in the league. So to check out the league and to see all the scores, you can head over to the Plus channel. You don't need to be a member there. You don't need to log in. You just go on to the League tab, and that will give you the status of all the armies, which ones are battle ready and ready to fight in our games. Let you know the results of all of the fixtures that have taken place here on YouTube and over on the Plus channel as well, and it'll give you all the points, and you can see which armies are performing well. And then hopefully as the season goes on, you'll start to see the armies that qualify for the final rounds as these factions make a bid to be the champion of Season 8. But Eldar have made their start here, and they've begun with a victory, but it's going to be quite a long path to ultimate victory for them. but they've made a good start here in this game, at least. So there it is. That's the battle. Imperial Knights have played all 3 of their games now. It looks like they've crashed out of the league, but we'll maybe see them in some Challenger Scorpion battles, so it's not over for them yet. We'll hope to see them in some more games. Eldar, this is their first game, so they've still got 2 more to go. They're playing 3 games now for each of the factions in the season. And as I said, you can check out the results for the Eldar, where it puts them in the league table over on the Plus channel. But there it is. That's the battle. Eldar have taken on the Imperial Knights, and the Xenos force has emerged victorious. Thanks to Aaron Allen for taking part and for using the Imperial Knights in this game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Right, so units of the game for both sides. A good number of honourable mentions for the Eldar. Striking Scorpions, good impact from them. They look set to try and push through and clear out this terrain. The Bikers, a decent unit for shooting and for close combat. They did prove very useful in this game for taking the fight to the Imperial Knights very quickly. Prince L'Oreal, very helpful as well. Dire Avengers, going to mention them also. Their firepower contributed well in this game. But it's got to go to Eldrad. It's exceptionally useful, aiding and helping other units during the game, just enhancing other units of their firepower and ability in close combat. And Doom was, I think, the crucial psychic power in this battle. So that's for the Eldar. For the Imperial Knights, just didn't get a chance really to use the units. They were brought down quite quickly. The one point that was picked up was by the Tech Priest Engineer there at the back. So we're going to give it to him, and he's still alive, so he earns unit of the game there for the Imperial Knights. But that's units of the game for both sides.